I'm also bullish on Brash being very good, whether that be in a high leverage role, like being exceptionally good, like legit top 15 closer good, but eventually as a starter, provided he gets that chance. Sometimes it takes a little time. Sometimes it takes a little patience from the club, and sometimes the club's own opportunities either provide those chances for the player or they specifically do not, and they take those additional opportunities away. But in terms of performance, like Brash misses bats with 2 pitches. You know, he misses bats with a fastball because it's 93 to 97, touch 98, 99. That slider may end up a 70 grade pitch. And it's at least a 60 right now, and it's really difficult for me to even say 60. It is wicked. It's a 2-planer, depth, sharp late break. As I wrote up in the rankings, it's got some curveball characteristics and traits, but I'm calling it a slider because it's so hard, and he's able to tunnel it with the fastball a little bit. It's highly effective versus both lefties and righties. There are numerous outings on which Brash can build in terms of consistent control and more effective command, even though overall we saw those issues with him in 2021. He entered 2021 without any of that to build on. And in terms of further development as a starter, first of all, Brash is a really good athlete, which generally lends to greater chances to effectively adjust mechanics, find something that works, and then repeat it, which would ultimately lead to consistent release points, which leads to consistent command and control. His changeup is a better present pitch than he's given credit for. It's not consistent, but over the winter, I went back and watched every televised pitch Matt Brash threw in 2021, and I would estimate that at least 15 to 20%, at least 15 to 20% of his changeups looked like average pitches. There were a few that were better. And he generally did a good job staying down and out of the middle of the zone with it. A little bit of fade to it, a little bit of sink, good arm speed, some deception. And granted, he didn't throw the pitch a lot. And there were games he didn't throw. There were probably games where he didn't throw any. But there were games where he only threw a couple. But that pitch is there for him to develop. It's not a 0. That is not a 20 grade pitch right now. It is not a non-existent pitch right now. It has a real chance to become a weapon for him. And he does vary that breaking ball. Now, again, I don't know, and I don't know if the Mariners have spoke about this, if anybody's asked Matt Brash. I don't know if he's actually throwing a different pitch. One is a curveball, one is a slider. And I mentioned this several times during the summer. Or he's just doing different things with the pitch, because there are times where it's upper 70s, lower 80s, and there are times where it's hard, or it is a legit power slider that you would usually see from relievers. I mean, when you're 98 and then you're 83 to 86 with a slider, and then occasionally 78, 79, 80, 81 with pretty much the same pitch, but because it's a little slower, it presents a little bit different shape and a different look to the hitter. I don't know if that's entirely on purpose or if that's an entirely different pitch or it's just the same pitch and he's taking a little bit more off. I don't know the answer to that question. But at the very least, that pitch is varied from inning to inning, from pitch to pitch, from game to game. But again, we're talking about a guy who's 98, who's good arm speed, who's good athlete, 65 grade slider, chance to be a legit 70 pitch as a starter. Not if he goes to relief. This is what he's done as a starter. It is an easy 93, 96, and then 97, 98 when he reaches back. It is a legit kind of a good things come in smaller packages kind of a situation. But the fact that, at least as of right now, the Mariners don't need to rush Brash to the majors in any role, including reliever, could be key for him long term. And he reminds me a lot of David Cone. David Cone in the minors battled inconsistent control. And in fact, he battled inconsistent control throughout his entire career. Hey, it's Jason Churchill. To get the full episode, as well as every other episode of the podcast, past and future, subscribe for as little as $5 per month by going to bit.ly/getthepod. That's bit.ly/getthepod, all one word. A link you can also find on my Twitter profile. Hey, thanks for checking out Baseball Things.